Hi everyone, I'm Troy Gray and welcome to the adventure of a lifetime. Behind me, this is the world's steepest railway in the Blue Mountains here at Katoomba. Just one adventure you can expect to see over the coming hour. I'll let you in on a secret. Most of the participants, if not all, do not know what we're doing or where we're going. But we will land in Canberra and make our way to Sydney. And over the next hour, check out what you can expect to see.
Got a phone call just to go to the airport. Found out we're going to Canberra.
We thought we were going to be somewhere in South Australia.
I don't even know what's in Canberra.
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing.
What's there to do in Canberra?
I have no idea we're going to have this big adventure.
We could be jumping in another plane.
It's a little bit scary.
Even packed my wetsuit and a snorkel.
Everyone's up for the challenge. Whatever happens, happens, and we're ready for it and can't wait for what's about to come.
And what a way to start our great Aussie road trip. Here we are in the nation's capital and we get picked up at the airport by a fleet of Porsches.
Look at that, this is going to be awesome.
Oh my God, which one do I get to go in?
And I had all the roads blocked off for us. I thought, oh my God, what have we got ourselves into here? This is brilliant.
Woo!
What a way to start the day. Stepped it up from the plane to the Porsche. Looking forward to a great ride.
What a way to ride in style. Perfect.
We're expecting maybe a limousine or something like that, and then all of a sudden come all these Porsches.
Convertibles, there's old ones, there's new ones. I'm in a 1973.
Oh wow, she's gorgeous. Being chauffeur driven, it's even more special.
A lot of grunt, petrol, wind in the hair, fantastic.
We were riding down the Anzac Parade and I look up and I could just see 12 Porsches ahead of me and I thought, wow, this is really something.
Countryside's beautiful. I've never been to this part of Australia at all, so it is, it's absolutely splendid.
What an introduction to an amazing 6 days. It just couldn't be more perfect.
We're part of the way through day one, an unbelievable morning to be cruising around in Porsches. The roof's off, but I'm sad. We're going to have to say goodbye to the Porsches, but we get out of these and we're about to hop into the ocean. Our next stop is Narooma on the south coast of New South Wales, renowned for its pristine environment and abundant ocean wildlife.
Never been fishing in a wetsuit before.
I think we're whale watching. I hope so.
Or swimming with the dolphins, either way.
Hi folks, my name's Norm. I'm your skipper. Nick over there, he's my deckhand.
We're not even at the end of day one and we promised a unique adventure, and here we are, just leaving the Narooma jetty, and guess what? Everyone has a bucket list, and on mine it is to see whales, humpbacks of course, and to go swimming with seals, and that is about to happen right now. How are we feeling?
We're up here on the deck with the skipper. We're not even 2 minutes out from port and we've already seen 20 or so dolphins. It's brilliant. The girls are loving it up the front, I think.
This is amazing. Amazing. Wow.
This is fantastic.
Well, folks, can you hear me now?
I've never seen so many dolphins in one hit. This is incredible.
There's the whale. There. Whale. It's a baby one.
I'm whale whispering, I'm channeling, I'm tuning in.
To fly in a plane first and then rock up and see whale watching was ridiculous. And to actually see whales was, crazy.
They look like pickles.
They do. The skin is really weird.
Their skin, even though it's very tough, it is very, very sensitive to touch. So much so that as they come up around their blowhole, they can feel the drop in water pressure to such an extent they know exactly when to start exhaling out.
Yeah, we've seen like a baby whale out there. We've got a big pack of dolphins that are virtually sitting underneath the boat. We've seen seals out there, and we probably only left a couple of minutes ago. It's just been unreal.
So that big side fin on them, when they lift it up in the air, Give you an idea, that's 1/3 their length. That'll give you an idea of how big the whale is.
I have a great respect for the ocean and the animals that live within it, particularly whales. I don't know if it's the Christian story of Jonah being swallowed by the whale that made me so scared of them.
They grow to 15 to 18 metres in length. They can weigh up to 40 tonne. This one's only a little one. This one's not a big one.
Oh, the whales were amazing. You could see them from a while away, and one went right under the boat and came up, and you could see the white of its belly underneath. It was pretty amazing. Such big creatures that just move so gracefully through the water. And
yeah, very interesting watching it go under the boat, and crazy, even watching it from a distance.
I think we were in Adelaide 7 hours ago, and now we're on the New South Wales coast, looking at whales and dolphins and seals. Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Do not move, because coming up after the break, more of the adventure of a lifetime. It's still the afternoon of day one, and we've just had humpback whales, can you believe it, easing their way under the boat, and we've had dolphins just flipping and showing us their aerial skills, and you can hear the people in the background. They're excited because guess what? Wetsuits are on, snorkel, goggles, and then it's off Montague Island to swim with seals. This is spectacular.
Away you go, folks. If you can't swim, don't get in.
All right, it's going to be awesome. We're about to swim with some seals, so let's go.
Well, first when we got in the water, it was freezing cold, but I think looking at the seals just overtook that. It was brilliant.
Looking down, swimming around, and there would have been 5 below me. Started swimming in a circle, they just kept coming up and playing with me.
But jumping in there, I was the first one in, and then someone came up, and I think they grabbed me on the leg on purpose and scared me a little bit. But
it's interesting, the water's so cold, initially you sort of almost go into a bit of shock mode. And you've got to really steady your breath just to cope with the temperature.
I think for me it was just relaxing into it and seeing all the seals coming up underneath me. Yeah. You know, and that was pretty cool. The stingrays, and there was so many stingrays.
All the seals down there, and they sort of come up from really deep and swim straight up at you, and then turn away. And
yeah, a couple shot straight up, and I thought they were going to hit me in the face, but they didn't. Thank God.
So I was trying to catch them on my camera. I think I got a few. You can see the bubbles through the water where they've been, and they're so fast. It's unbelievable.
No, I wasn't scared of them, but I did like all the jellyfish in there. Because they're just swimming, they're like brushing against you.
I think this is going to be as equally awesome as it is freezing. Yep! I basically forgot how cold it was after being there, after seeing the first one. It was brilliant. I love doing stuff like this. There were some little sharks down there, but didn't point them out because I thought some of the girls might have lost their mind if you said that.
When I heard there was stingrays and sharks underneath, I just panicked and started screaming, couldn't get my breath, water was going in my mask. Yeah, just panic.
Well, we're supposed to be swimming with seals. When you get in there, there's stingrays, and they found sharks.
No, someone said there was stingrays and I had to get out.
I don't like creatures around me, so anything that started touching me, I had to get out of the water. That's it.
That's definitely one off the bucket list. Another one today. Geez, the rate we're going, I won't have a bucket list by the end of this trip.
We're just going to make our way up the hill. I'll run you through a little bit of information with regard to the island. We're going to make our way all the way up, have a little bit of a look up at the top of the lighthouse, and then basically come back down here and have a seat and basically, watch the penguins come in. You're right at the start of the season when all the action is happening. The seagulls landed on the 1st of September, so otherwise the gulls haven't been here at all. They've been sort of flocking in areas trying to find a spot to actually nest, but yeah, so they're here now, and that's what you'll be hearing and smelling. So this is Ralph's house. He's actually a little penguin. That's what his technical name is. He could be waiting for a partner at the moment to come back in, which hopefully we'll see later this evening. They're going through a courting process at the moment, some of them. Others have already laid eggs, first ones of the season.
Montague Island has been voted Tourism Australia's top eco-tourism destination. It features thousands of years of Aboriginal heritage, a rich marine ecosystem, and the views are spectacular.
About to climb a 132-year-old lighthouse that was carved handmade out of that rock just down there.
It's brilliant. It's freezing. The view is amazing though. So very well, well worth the walk up here, and not too far.
Is it good to be standing on stuff that has got no water? Just dry. How crazy is that?
I'm really looking forward to the penguins actually, because I've been to places where they've always said, come see these penguins, and I might have seen 1, 2 come in, and you don't really ever get a good look at them, but I'm looking forward to sitting back and reflecting on today, watching the little fellas roll in.
All right, well, at this time of the year, the penguins are actually either going through a courting process or some of them may have already laid eggs. Every morning at about 4 a.m, they actually head out to sea, and they'll feed all day long. After dark, so it's the safest time of the night for them to come in, they come in and essentially go back up to their burrow where they meet up with their partner, or let their partner have a chance in order to go out to do the same thing. This is at the very start of the season, and at any stage during the season, especially in the middle of the season, we could have anywhere up to 8,000 breeding pairs on the island at any one time.
Here we are at the beautiful Lake Conjola, and this lake is used predominantly by recreational boaters and fishermen. But after the break, this group are going to get towed behind a boat at up to 100 kilometres an hour. Are you ready? Yeah!
Come back after the break.
It's the start of day 2, and guess what? The alarms went off at 4:45 a.m, getting set for adventure number 1. But on the way, what's a trip without some drama? We blow a tyre, sparks coming out of the trailer that's carrying all of the gear. So look at these guys. They leap off the bus into action, all class. How are we travelling, boys? Yep, all right. We might just have had an injury or 2 as well. This is going to be a big one. Good stuff, guys. Let's organise it.
So we were up early because we were going to see a beautiful sunrise.
Oh look, it was, we sort of just came out off the end of the road, and then you sort of go into a real dense, almost forest in this single track.
The weather today has been amazing. We got here to this coastline. We walked through this amazing vegetation.
Even just walking up the path this morning, the sun hasn't risen yet, but the smell, the sound.
What struck me was the scent of all the flowers and the sound of the birds. It was so beautiful.
So the far point you see in the headland down there is called Bermagui. Bermagui means in Jirinjan language, canoe without paddles.
We heard from a local Aboriginal lady. She was telling us about the land and all the significance of the landmarks.
Many years ago, about 60,000 years ago, our sites, the Aboriginal sites, are still out in the ocean because the water's risen over the years. So a lot of those sites are out there, and of course you guys went to Montague Island, which we call Barrangumbra.
You know, obviously a big part of Australian history is the Aboriginal culture, and sometimes we lose sight of that, and it was just really interesting learning about the history of the mountain and how the people use this place. And yeah, I guess it just makes you appreciate it a little bit more.
So to sort of walk through all of that, and then it opens out at the end into this little bay where there were some whales at the end, and the sun coming up was just magical.
There was a mountain in the background with the ocean on the other side, and then a beautiful lake, and it was just magic.
There's a Dreamtime story about Gulaga, which is our mountain here. Gulaga means mother, so a very special place for Aboriginal people, and especially on this headland where you are.
If she wasn't here, it's something where you would just walk past, look at the water, and that's about it. And the fact that she took us through and explained to us what's going on, you actually appreciate it a little bit more. So
yeah, she spoke really passionately and was really quite special to listen to.
When you take things for granted, you have these busy lives and you forget about the smaller things. So it's nice to just come in and check this place out.
I would get up early every morning to do something like that. No, it was fantastic.
Yay! Okay, warm welcome everybody. This is the most beautiful Lake Conjola. We're going to be going on all kinds of different rides. The super screamers, boogie slide, and of course the rock and roll. Nice and mellow, around 8k. And for those who are feeling a little bit more extreme, we're going to go right up to 100k. Yeah! Okay, so give it some welly.
These guys from walking the water know exactly what they're doing.
You really feel like you're going really quick.
It's amazing. I'd never expected it to be so good.
He reckons it was just a warm-up. If that was slow, I hate to think of what fast it's going to be like.
I'm exhausted from holding on. My hands are shaking.
It was not bad. Next round I think we'll go a bit faster. Take it up a notch. It'll be all right.
Oh, I couldn't hold myself on the damn thing. I wasn't scared. It was fun. I loved every second, and I can't wait to get back in again.
We're all ready to rock.
That's good fun now. At one stage I looked over and I could see Jasmine holding on for dear life. I just reached over and ripped her up, and that lasted about 5 seconds, then she was gone, she was done.
I couldn't pull myself up on that. I need Duncan to teach me how to do some weights in my arms.
I mean, I do some pretty hard workouts, and that's pretty hard on the arms.
But boy, it felt fast. It really did, and we were banging into each other, and
I was Houdini. Now you see me, now you don't. Where is she? She's under the water. This stinger definitely stung me.
We went on our own and yeah, that was a bit more of a workout, that one. So.
Trying to drag yourself back up onto it, that's really hard as well.
I reckon we could have gone a little bit faster, but don't tell the driver that. Maybe next time.
Can you climb over the top of me? It's all graceful, it's all graceful.
Oh, well, I'm definitely going to be doing the leap of faith today. Well, that's going from one floating device, I can't remember the name of it, to this other one.
Oh, I've never done the leap of faith. I've been tubing before, but I'm really excited about doing this leap of faith. I'm going to leave it to the last minute until I think it's out of my reach, and then I'm just going to go for it and see what happens, I reckon. So, and then I'm going to be doing these ones faster. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
First time we done that leap of faith there.
I reckon a career change, like as a stuntman now, I reckon.
The rock and roll. Supposedly it's similar to the board one we were on before, but these ones flip a lot quicker and easier. So
it's just one person in these, hanging on for dear life.
They're really tippy, so as soon as they start going around that weight, you've really got to lean a lot more than what you think.
Just lean back, relax, and just go hard. Absolutely fantastic. Better than the tubes. They are sensational.
Oh, no, the challenge was set. They said, I bet you can't flip on and stay on and turn her back over. So I coming in, just leaned as hard as I could, held on as tight as I could, but there's too much water underneath. It just ripped you off.
That's what you call extreme action. It was unbelievable. You've got to try.
I lost my confidence when I inhaled half the lake. I'm glad I did it. You know, this is about living an adventure, and I was outside my comfort zone, and you know, it just means that I can do that a little bit more. So, but I'm not going back out. I've had enough of, you know, lake swallowing today.
Tonight, we're lucky enough to have celebrity TV chefs Nick and Rocco surprise us with a special appearance. The lads are famous for their tasty treats.
And some miracle they came off, and then ever since then we just thought, oh well, let's keep making them. Anything you can think of, you can make a flavour out of it. We're forming like Chinese whispers here. We're going to have a bit of inconsistency in cooking times here. So if you wanted to decorate these now, you could decorate them with cocoa, hundreds and thousands desiccated coconut.
Or you can put a shell in your mouth and then just drizzle this in there. Left a little bit there. Thanks everyone for coming out to watch our macaron class.
Stay right where you are after the break. Our group battle, Real Fire and Real Smoke. You do not want to miss this bit.
Gorgeous out here. I don't think I've been camping since I was about 18, so that was like 5 years ago. But first time I've really pitched a tent, and I have a swag in there too, and I'm loving the concept of the swag. I was very toasty last night, which was a good thing because warmth is really important to get that rest. But I got up at 4:30 because I was so pumped for what this day is.
It's mid-morning on day 3, and before we embarked on this journey, we promised every one of these participants that we would have them undertake things they normally couldn't do. Now, this experience is a genuine firefighting experience. It's something that the average public member can't do. It'll be battling real fire, real smoke, and these guys are dead set in the middle of an adventure of a lifetime. Let's hope they get through safely.
My name's Andy Hart from Fire and Rescue New South Wales. I'm one of the instructors that works out of this training centre here.
By the looks of it, we're going to be putting out some fires, I think.
I've never experienced this sort of thing, so being on the other side of what goes on, you know, when fighting fire, so it'd be interesting to see what it's like, so a bit scary though.
So anyone who joins the fire service, they come through one of these burn cells out of here and they do live fire with us. So real smoke, real flame.
Bit nervous now at the moment, actually, to be honest.
We've got the guys to get down low because we're trying to simulate conditions where there's fire and hot air rises, so it's hot up high, so we tell the fires to get down low. And another good reason to get down low is to try and stay under the smoke so we can see much easier. So the guys got down low and they got in and they searched around. Yeah, they kept a hand on the wall so they didn't lose their way, and they searched around looking for a simulated victim.
Well, that was pretty incredible. You know, I give a lot of credit to firefighters.
That was really intimidating, actually. In there it was quite dark. I was bumping into her. I couldn't quite see what was going on, and then suddenly you're really quite hot and flustered, and you have to think about your breathing.
It's very physical work as well. So I'm cuffed out.
Yeah, they got a bit of a snapshot of a taste of being a firefighter at a job, actually. Yeah, I think the guys did pretty well, actually. Yeah, there's probably some potential there. I think some of them do quite well.
Man, that is hot. Gives you an appreciation for how hard that'll be going up and down stairs in a fire.
I found a body. Yes, I did, because I had this this kind of, not infrared, but this night vision camera the guys gave me. And that really helps to see what else is in the room because, you know, you can't see anything.
Off to work we go. Da 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 da.
There's smoke coming out somewhere. There's usually a fire inside there. And to control those conditions, we get fires to do a certain evolution just here at the door.
We're just being taught now how to get basically get into a home, you know, do the first squirts to make sure there's no heat.
So up the top, up the other top, and then the door goes open, straight through, off, and then we're away.
You know what, it's really good actually. It's not as easy as what you think.
I was expecting obviously a bit of power in the hose.
We'll change the flow, we'll change the spray and the angle of it and do your bursts and everything. Yeah, it's really cool.
If we're at a fire and it's a really big fire, then what we do is turn the water up. So you feel that,
Oh, the hose was so powerful that I wet Shane.
Apparently.
Instead of actually wetting the door, he's drenched, so.
Not sure we got the fire or not.
So we've got a gas prop in there, and one of the instructors will operate the gas prop, give a bit of flame to give them a target to hit, and let's see if they can hit it.
When I first pulled the hose, it was really hard to control. But this time, I feel like I nailed it.
No, I knew I was going to put it out. It took a bit of time, but I think I got it out about 3 times.
I'm the one making their job hard. They've all done pretty well, but they've all been on the mark.
Perception with the hose and trying to put out the fire was really interesting, but I've just learned that if us ladies had pulled a bit back on the pressure, the water droplets would have been bigger and we had the perfect angle to go down and actually extinguish it. However, we were a bit heavy-handed.
I think we've done pretty well. So around the campfire tonight, there should be no concerns.
Yeah, great fun. I mean, obviously wouldn't want to be in a real life situation, but you get a greater respect for what the firefighters actually do, so yeah.
Look, I reckon I'll leave it to the experts, but you know, well done to the guys, and obviously the more people that can volunteer and get involved, the better.
It's been a great adventure so far, but after the break, it could be our most exciting adventure yet. That is in the Blue Mountains on the world's steepest railway. How are we feeling? Yeah!
Well guys, welcome to Scenic World here in the Blue Mountains. We are known for the world's steepest railway. We have a 52-degree incline railway. We used to pull coal out of the valley and then it turned into a tourist attraction. So you guys are going to have lots of fun on that.
I really don't want to do this. I'm scared. I just think it's going to be like a huge roller coaster going really fast.
It's normally at a 52-degree angle, and we've decided to go on the cliffhanger, so I think it's like a 64-degree angle. So
I don't know what this is going to do.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared.
Yeah, I can't wait to
No, it's not.
scream.
There we go.
So we're currently in the Blue Mountains on the scenic railway, and we're heading down the steepest railway in the world.
We've hit our seats at 64 degrees, I think it is, so it's even steeper again, and it's fantastic.
I was on the world's steepest railway and it's in the middle of a rainforest.
Right at the moment, we've taken the world's steepest railway just down into the Blue Mountains, and then we've walked along this beautiful boardwalk, which was had to be diverted.
We actually had a landslide just up here. So this boulder that you can see is about the same size as the cableway which we're about to hop on.
It's an amazing place. You've got rainforest just where we are right now, and 50 metres that way there's the dry eucalyptus forest as well. So the weather's beautiful. We're about to go on the cable car now, which is going to be epic, and yeah, it's just been a fantastic experience so far.
Looking back behind us across the ranges, we can see 120 kilometres to the horizon. About 75 miles. And a good reference point I like to point out in the middle of your vision there is Mount Solitary, which is only 6 kilometres, but a very, very long and lovely walk, about 4 hours each way.
Yeah, it's really nice, and about to go on a cable car with a glass bottom, so the view should be absolutely stunning.
Now, Orphan Rock was a look at. You'll see handrails up on top of it and stairs down the side. They closed it in 1974 when they predicted it to fall down. So if you're up on that glass floor, you can now see.
It's beautiful. We're surrounded by beautiful vegetation, a gorgeous tropical rainforest. It's fresh, it's clean, it's crisp, and it just enlivens you. It's great, great sensation.
Where Mount Solitary is that big flat top mountain, that is 6 kilometres away, as Mark was saying on the cable car. If you look to the right hand side of it, so go down on your right, there's a little hill right next to it, and on top is a rock formation that's called the Ruined Castle. It's not an actual castle, it's sort of just a bunch of rocks sitting on top of a hill that sort of resemble one in the afternoon light. So you can see right now it sort of looks like a bit of a castle.
I've never actually been to the Blue Mountains before, and I've always wanted to come here, and the view is breathtaking.
Day 4, and yes, we had a bit of a sleep in, and that's to make sure that everyone is up and about and excited, because today we're going to do some rock climbing and some abseiling. You can see that everyone's got the gear on, and today it's all about balance, and the most important thing is self-confidence. It's not just a physical challenge, but it's going to test everyone above the shoulders. We've been speaking, we've heard from the experts, and we're all a little bit nervous, so let's see how we go.
It's going to be challenging, but it'll be good fun.
I'm feeling confident. I don't have an issue with heights.
I don't like heights too much, but once you're there, you've got nothing to do but do it.
I'm a bit funny about heights, yet I'm so excited about it, and I'm just going to get over it.
Just to be able to do this with amazing people, it's absolutely fantastic.
My name's John. I'm from Blue Mountains Adventure Company. Welcome to the Blue Mountains. We're up here at Mount York. Really good spot, popular climbing spot up here. You guys are going to get to experience that a bit later.
I'm really excited. I love doing stuff where you can get hurt.
I'm a little worried because we had to fill in emergency contact forms on the bus.
I wouldn't imagine anything's going to be straightforward today.
We're going to start off with some small abseils, then we're going to progress to a nice big fella, scare you a little bit maybe, overcome some fears, and then we're going to get into some rock climbing.
I think anything on this trip, we're always all going to have a go at it. So, and this is one that everyone on the bus was just really pumped about. So
I'll give it a go. That's what the whole trip's about, giving it a go. So.
To date, we've done quite a lot of things, but nothing's really tested us really physically, and I reckon this is going to be a really physical test.
The first part, when you go over the edge, that feels really unnatural, but once you're over, you really got to trust in your gear and the guys that are up there.
It's quite challenging. It's a lot more challenging than I thought.
Priscilla, queen of the rock. That was really difficult. Like, that psyched me out up the top, that one.
You look down here, no, it's only 5 metres, but it looks like 100 when you're up here.
It's like walking sideways like a crab.
I can't wait for the next one.
It's pretty easy actually. You just focus on the little steps that you're going to make, and I guess that's a good metaphor for life, hey?
have you heard the news? We're doing 40 metres next.
Really?
Great. That's right. What's this? About 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 metres.
Bring it on.
That's the attitude.
It's just like doing the other abseils, it's just higher and scarier.
It's scarier, thank you. That's what I needed. I want you to focus, Lucy. Lucy, look at me. Focus on this. I want you to focus on this and move those dots. That's all you need to do. Move those dots. Focus always on this. You can do this. Focus on those dots. Focus on that figure 8. Focus on that figure 8. I want you to focus on that figure 8. You're doing awesome. That's it.
Just chilling out up here because I can. Feeling a bit more experienced.
We're here in the Blue Mountains, abseiling down a 40-metre cliff. We've never done it before.
Just trying to keep finding my footing.
Look around. This is amazing.
Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
And follow through with style.
I just can't believe I did that.
That was a lot harder than I thought it would be.
I've never been so scared in all my life.
I struggled with that.
You inspired me.
When you try and stop and put your hand behind you, if you can't get a good grip on that rope, the rope just goes through your hand.
I'm shaking.
I'm not doing it again. Once is enough.
Shaking like an absolutely... That was insane. It doesn't look that bad from here.
It's a bit nerve-wracking at first, but as soon as you get into it and just do a couple of jumps and realise that you're fine, and look around, it's just awesome. Awesome.
Hey, Larry! It's fantastic. It's great to be on the floor.
Great, so guys, now it's time for us to get into the rock climbing. So for you guys, we're going to belay you.
It's time for the next challenge today.
I don't know how tall that is. It's at least 10 to 15 metres, I reckon.
A lot of the guys have just always wanted to do rock climbing, and now we're going to find out how hard it is.
I don't think I'm going to make it past the first gap, so I don't have very much strength in my arms.
There's a good 2 or 3 metre starting point where you've got to pull yourself up. That looks, I reckon Duncan will do all right. I don't know about myself.
I hope I'm strong enough to climb it. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
And Karina might be the dark horse as well. She might be the smallest of us, so maybe the lightweight pulling herself up might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, who said you weren't going to get there?
It's always about stepping up. And light as a feather.
Very tiring. We've only gone up, what, 2 metres, 2.5 metres? And the strain on your arms, it's just, can't explain it, it's too tight.
As you can see, you can probably hear it, I can feel it, I'm out of breath.
Couldn't get my leg up, and then I got my foot stuck and just didn't have the juice to keep pushing on.
And then your hands start slipping in the cracks of the rocks.
That's it, Lucy, you're doing really well.
I think I got to a point halfway up where I couldn't see anywhere I could put my hands. And I couldn't grab onto anything, and I started to panic.
Just in life you face challenges, and I kept thinking, well, if I can overcome this, I can overcome anything, and really glad I did it and didn't quit. I feel like quitting about 3 times while I was up there.
I recommend this to anyone. It's an extreme adventure of a lifetime.
That is our group, all stretching in preparation for a 12-kilometre military-inspired obstacle course. 30 obstacles, 27-degree heat. This is one challenge you do not want to miss. It's coming up right after the break.
It's good sleep, yeah, all ready for Nippy's True Grit today. Yeah, we got told last night we ended up at this campsite, and then, we got told by the organisers from True Grit that we're going to be part of it, part of the event and everything in the first wave. So I think that's where all the training was for the rock climbing and everything to get us ready for it.
Here we are at the start of day 5 and the sun is out. It's expected to be 27 degrees, which is going to be nice and hot for our final challenge. It's the True Grit obstacle course. It's military inspired. It's over 12 kilometres and there are 30 obstacles. This is going to be a true test of endurance, mental fortitude and of course teamwork. But I'm wondering, if you spot us on the course, yes, we're wearing the red, are we going to be doing well or are we going to be struggling? Let's see how they're shaping up. Are you ready, guys?
We're here to do True Grit.
Apparently it's a training camp, a military-based training camp as such.
The group's a little bit nervous. We're not sure what's to come.
There's water involved, there's mud involved.
I've been up training all night, really hard to do this course commando. To do this commando course.
You've got music cranking, you've got people wearing some strange looking clothes, so it's a bit like a rave.
The vibe is really heavy, the muscles are big, and I'm not afraid.
People look pretty serious about this actually, and I reckon we intimidated them as we were coming down the road with our little chant. Everyone was looking over us like, what are these guys on about? I don't know about this.
Where we're going, what we're doing, what we're doing. So we tell them, so we tell them. 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
3 down, we've got 27 to go.
Going to station 4.
Pump, mate, fantastic. It's hot, it's sweaty.
That's disgusting but nice at the same time.
That was so much fun. I needed the cooling off. Woo!
Soaking wet, and guess what the next challenge is?
I actually got all the way across the monkey bars and I didn't think that was going to happen.
It's great, everyone's keeping up, no one's taken any shortcuts yet, so team's doing really well.
Good, hot, dirty, there's cow manure, there's mud, there's barbed wire.
It's so much fun, brings you back to your childhood.
So proud of everyone, everyone's getting through everything, giving a real red hot crack.
Awesome! This is great!
I think this might be the last wear out of these pair of sneakers.
I'm wet and muddy and I'm loving it.
Water stinks, tastes terrible.
If anyone's going to come and do this obstacle, skip it. Go straight to 24.
We saw a lot of people who came up to different obstacles and were convinced that they couldn't get through them, but they did. And that's really what we've seen throughout the course of this whole week, people doing stuff they really didn't think that they'd be able to do.
The start line, I was thinking to myself, it shouldn't be too hard, running around, jumping over things and whatnot. But not even 500 metres and already, it was already getting difficult, couldn't even handle it.
I'm so proud of me. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud to be part of this incredible team because we really did help each other, and I think for me that was the most inspirational.
They lifted me, pushed me, caught me on the other end, and my God, it really touched my heart.
Some of the courses are easy for some and harder for others, so you'll, especially doing it in a team environment, you'll work together and just have a great time. So.
And I actually did things I never thought I would, ever. So, great experience. Highly recommend if anyone's ever thinking of doing it, get on it.
To get everyone over the line together, that was a really special feeling that I'm going to carry for a long time, I think. Absolutely exhausted, but the moment's going to live forever.
This is the last leg of our amazing journey and have a look at the spectacular scenery. That is Bronte Beach behind me, and today we're right along the city beaches of Sydney. We started at Clovelly, we go past Bronte, onto Tamarama, and we end up at the world famous Bondi Beach. This is the perfect way to end what's been an amazing adventure. Well, that just about wraps it up, and what better place than the iconic Bondi Beach. As you can see, people flock from all over the world just to visit this beautiful location, and it's at this point that we wind up our 5-day journey. Let's cast our minds back now and check out what we got up to.
What we've done this week has been more than what I would have done in a lifetime if I hadn't signed up to do this.
We've been in a bus for the past 5 days travelling around everywhere, and no idea where we're going or what we're doing it's intimidating because you can't mentally prepare for anything.
I've never done so many diverse activities that stretch me outside my comfort zone physically, emotionally.
I feel a real huge sense of achievement. I feel like I've overcome some big fears for me.
I think personally it just shows you, when you're facing challenges, if you just give it a go on the other side, you surprise yourself. I think everyone that's been on the trip have grown a bit and learned a lot about themselves, which I think is primarily what this has been about.
I faced a few fears with all the challenges that were presented to us. I stepped into them, and no matter what the end result was, I succeeded.
I'm glad that I've attempted everything that was on the trip as well, even though some of them were a little scary, or a lot scary.
I've done a lot of things with these guys that I haven't done with my family, and I'm thinking, what the hell have I been doing? I've got to get out there and experience this type of stuff with people that are really close to me.
Appreciating life more, or going out there and experiencing a lot more things, that are in our own backyard, but whatever it is, it's definitely the beginning of something. So
You could sort of take a break from work and see what's actually really important. It's not just always work. It's being with people, enjoying the outdoors and, having an adventure of a lifetime.
You might be able to go on a really nice holiday overseas. You might be able to do that, but you could not do what we've done over the last 5 days, and that's the reason to do it.
At the end of it all, I'm tired and I'm feeling really emotional, but I'm just going to take so much out of this experience that it's really going to change my life.